Hello, it's me, Ian, and welcome back to school for a new term. It's help. My supply teacher is still magic. You could say it's...
Help. My supply teacher is magic too. The magic's back, and it means business.
Once again, we've swapped regular teachers with magicians. And because you know them, we've disguised them. We've filmed the results with special cameras hidden in the classrooms. Yeah, shiftier than 10 shifty characters doing shift work. We're also showing you loads of other great tricks. Tricks like this. Coming up, James has a trick that'll have you doing the robot.
Boogie.
Catherine gets up close and magical with these guys. She's got a trick that'll push their belief to the limit. Plus, you've been sending in clips of all your best magic tricks. And later on, I will be picking my favourite. Watch out, it's the wannabe wizards. But first... do you think you'd be able to tell if your teacher started doing magic? Do you? This is James. He's a magician with blue, steely eyes and lightning-quick hands. Disguise on, futuristic props ready. Affirmative. Enter year 3. They don't know it yet, but James is about to give them an amazing lesson on robotics featuring magic antics. None of them have noticed the hidden cameras in their school hall or recognise James as our magician. Can he keep it up, or will his trick short-circuit?
I am an electrical engineer. When a company wants to make a new product, like a phone or a car, they need someone to design the robots to actually help them build that product. So you might have seen the big robotic arms on TV that help put all the nuts and bolts together of different objects, yes?
They still believe this is a real lesson.
Because I'm an electrical engineer, I thought I'd make my own robot. And I brought it with me today to show you. Would you like to see? Yeah! Excellent. I was hoping you'd say that. Now, it's all fits inside this box. There's not really a lot to it. It's got a main motherboard here on the front.
Looks roboty, looks electrical, but doesn't look real. It's the start of James's trick.
I've also got a back panel on here we can open. Excellent. And you can see that the circuit board here, there's not really a lot to it.
Notice there's nothing behind that circuit board. The box is empty.
This is the main processor, and you can see there's nothing really else in the box. It's just more of a shell and designed to take the weight. Let's see if I put this back in and just make sure that's fastened on the connects. Just there. And there, that's perfect. Step back. And we've got the front panel, like so.
This trick is locked and loaded and ready to go. Remember, all there is to the robot so far is a box, a board, and a load of thin air.
Now, effectively, what I've made is a big computer system. Now, when you use any computer system, you have things called peripherals. Now, a peripheral is something like a mouse or a keyboard that attaches to the machine in order to help it work. So I've got a few of those. We've got one of these. So we just stick this just here. Just make sure it goes onto the connect. Just so.
James is attaching a foot, but soon he'll be pulling their leg.
Yep, perfect. And then I've got another one of these, which goes onto the other side. This is perfect. Okay, now, there's a mixture of different metals in these designed to support the weight of the main unit, okay? Now, I like to call these legs. Do you think they look like legs?
They're just supporting an empty box and a pretend circuit board, remember?
I've got some other extensions as well. So we've got this, which fits on to the connect on the side.
Looks like a large slinky.
It's perfect. Good, okay, I think that's on there. And then we've got another one for the other side. And these function as arms. Just connect that on there. Perfect.
The class still believe James and his dubious droid.
Now, we're just missing one small part. This is my antenna unit. And the antenna unit just sits on top like so and connects with a magnetic structure just at the bottom there.
Now it looks like a funny robot Maybe the class will work out that all is not as it seems.
Okay, let's see if it's on. So the circuit board now, because we've connected our different sections to it, the circuit board should be... Ah, yes. Now you can see the circuit board is lit up.
Hang on, how did that happen? The lights have come on, but there's no wires or electronics in that box.
Now, here comes the best bit. Would you like to see it do its thing? Yeah. Excellent, okay. So I've built in a remote control just here. So if I flick this on, this is on as well.
The magic's about to be activated.
And lift.
The robot just stood up. How did that happen? Magic, that's how.
And then if we could take some steps forward. Forward.
There was nothing but empty boxes before, but now it's a walking robot. That's amazing.
I'll just get rid of the base. Okay, that's perfect. Now, let's see if we can do this. So we'll take a few more steps forward. Excellent, and stop. And then if we wave with one hand.
It's like a transformer that turns from thin air to a robot.
And then we'll wave with both hands. This is my favourite bit. This is my favourite bit. Watch what happens when I press this. Boogie.
This robot can also dance the robot.
And stop. Okay, and we'll just turn you off for a second. Isn't that great?
Whoa, that trick was electrifying, and James is about to shock them with the truth.
Not many people know the secret to how it works. Because I designed this, the actual mechanism is top secret. Because you've all been very, very good, would you like me to let you in on the secret? Yeah? Okay. Well, the secret is, this isn't really a robot. No, you're not a robot. You're not. And I'm not really an electrical engineer, because I'm a magician. And you are all being secretly filmed on cameras there, and at the back. You're all going to be on Help, My Supply Teacher is Magic on CBBC.
I'd give James's robot lesson A+ for effort, R2-D2 for interpretation. How did it compute with year C3PO? I mean year 3.
I felt amazed. I was wowed.
James started with a bunch of empty boxes. It wasn't like any kind of robot I've ever seen.
He opened the book and we saw the blue lights.
Ah, yes.
The lights came on, but there was nobody at home. No wiring or electronics either.
And lift.
Moments later, the robot came alive.
And stop.
The robot moved, and then when the robot was waving, I was shocked.
An incredible trick, and the class had no idea James was a magician. How long would it take for you to shout? Later on, you'll see what happened when Catherine went undercover at another school. She's telling a tall tale with a magical ending. But first, it's time for Catherine to get up close and magical.
Does anyone here know what origami is? Yeah. You know, it's a Japanese art form of folding paper, right? Yeah. Now, I didn't know much about it until I met this guy the other day, and he taught me a really, really cool paper fold, and he called it the time machine. And for this, he used a playing card, just because he said it's the perfect size and it's really easy to fold, like that. So, Adam, you can have a look at that for me. Now, the paper he used was actually a note. In fact, I can take that back from you. We're just going to use a £5 note, and I'm going to show you what the fold looks like. So all you have to do is pretty simple. Just fold the card up like that, and then you line up the edge of the note with the edge of the card. And then, with the other edge of the card, you line the centre up of the note, and you fold it like this, face inwards. So the face of the card, the jack, is now on the inside, and obviously the red back is on the outside. Now, the reason he called it the time machine was because anything that travelled through this piece of paper would travel back in time. Now, you remember a few moments ago, the card was flipped around the other way round.
Oh, no.
If I push this all the way through, you should see that it begins to travel back in time. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Sure is. It turned around, but how?
Now, as soon as he left, I thought I have to try it myself. So I lined up the note and the card, and I folded it just like that, and I pushed the card through to try and make my very own time machine. But for some reason, I couldn't seem to get the time machine to work. So I phoned up my friend, and I said, what am I doing wrong? He said, you need to make sure it's definitely lined up. I said, well, yeah, it's definitely lined up. And he said, well, obviously you just don't have the knack. So, James, do you want to have a go at this? I want you to hold your finger out for me. That's it. And just push it very gently and slowly through the time machine.
Oh, James.
He's got the magic touch.
Here you go, do it the other way as well.
Oh, magic fingers.
You do have magic fingers. That's pretty cool. And if you watch this, this is even cooler. You can actually open the time machine up like this, so you can see the card travel all the way through.
Whoa, the card is both back and front at the same time.
Back into the past. And there you go, that's a present for you.
A present for them from the past.
How can a card go like that? Like, it's just seconds. I can't explain it. I can't say enough. It was so amazing. Can't even say in words. I'm speechless.
Now James is going to set you a magical mission in Tricks of the Trade. If you fancy yourself as a magician, here's a trick you can try on your mates. James has got a cup, a card, a crayon, and a £1 coin. Stacking the cup, card, crayon and £1 coin like this, James will show you how to get the £1 into the cup without touching anything. Can you work it out? Keep watching and you'll find out later in the show.
Right now we have something amazing for you. This is the interactive illusion. This is a trick where you can take part at home. So come on, you need to pay close attention. So get over here, get really close to the screen. See if you can scare me. Oh, you're really good at that. Here's John.
I want to demonstrate how something that seems random can actually be predicted. I want you to hold your hand in front of you like this, with your fingers out straight. Now, with your other hand, point to your little finger. I want you to start on this finger. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to make 5 moves. A move means that you're moving right or left to the finger next to the one that you're on. You can only move one space, and you can only move right or left, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. OK, do that with me now. Everybody do it together. Make 1 move. Now 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Wherever you've ended up, keep your finger there. Since all of you moved in your own way, you've chosen a different finger. I can tell that you're not back on your little finger and you're not on your thumb. So I want you to fold those fingers in like this. Now, we'll use these 3 fingers. I want you to move once, just once, to the finger next to the one you selected. So you'd either move from here to here, or here to here, or here to here. Have you done that? Good. I can tell that you're not on the ring finger. That's the one next to the little finger. So fold that one in as well. That leaves these 2 fingers, and you're on one of them. So I want you to make one last move to the finger next to it. Do that now. Excellent. Focus on that one finger that you're holding up. You've stopped on the index finger, your first finger right here. Yes? Bye.
Did it work for you? Wow, well, the quantity of the magic is exhausting and the quality has been spine-tingling. So much so, it's given me shivers down my backbone. Ooh. So, I've definitely earned a sit down, but before I do, let's have a look at what's coming up. It's all kinds of ridiculousness.
Fergus brings a trick with a ring, up close and magical.
I don't know how that happened. It's so amazing.
James reveals his secret in Tricks of the Trade. Have you worked it out yet? And watch what happens when Catherine goes undercover in another school. Will she fool the class, or will they realise their supply teacher is still magic?
Each week, I'm bringing you another of my new favourite magic movers and shakers doing tricks in their own cribs, yards and front rooms. We're calling them the Wannabe Wizards. So I've got my chair, I've got my computer thing to watch the magic on, and I've got my drinking hat for some light refreshments. Let's do this already.
We asked you to send in clips of yourself performing your best magic tricks. We received loads of clips from all over the country. Each week I'll be choosing a favourite wannabe wizard and showing them to you guys. My wannabe wizard this time is Joe from Norwich, but he's no Joe Kerr.
Hello, I'm Joe, and this trick consists of 4 jokers. But what I can do is if I give them a shake, then one of the jokers turns face down. And if I give them another shake, then another one of the jokers turns face down. Now you may be wondering how I'm doing this, but what I'm actually doing is I'm just simply turning them over like that. I'm just doing it so quickly that you can't tell.
He reckons he's turned them over. He must have lightning quick hands.
You may be expecting 3 face down jokers now, but what I've actually got is 4 face down jokers. Some people say that they don't like this trick because you don't get 4 jokers in a pack. And I say, well, that's exactly why I prefer doing it with the 4 aces.
Aces high, that's why he's my wannabe wizard. Now it's time for James to reveal the secret and tricks of the trade. James will show you how to get this £1 coin into the cup without touching anything. Come on, have you worked it out? How many of you got it? Have you pretended the table knocked everything over? No, come on. All you need to do is blow upwards towards the edge of the business card. As it flips away, it takes the crayon away and the £1 drops straight into the glass. Did you get it? Are you amazing already? Now you can drop this great trick in front of your mates. And now Fergus has found some more friends he can impress up close and magical.
Could you have a look at that for me? And could you have a look at that for me? Now, you've got a piece of lace and you've got a solid ring. They don't come apart, do they? Or that ring's not soft, not magical in any way, just a normal ring.
Yeah.
Super. Could I have the ring back? And could I have the lace back? Now, if I put the lace through the middle of the ring, you can see that that really is going through the ring, isn't it?
Yes, he has definitely put the lace through the ring.
So now, the only way I can get that ring off the lace is to take it off these ends, isn't it? If you watch closely, how amazing is this? 1, 2, 3, and it just melts straight through the bottom of the lace. Have a look, it's solid, isn't it?
Whoa, the ring melted through the lace, all right.
Now, some people, they're wrong, but some people think that I don't thread it on. But you can see that I really have threaded that ring onto the lace, haven't I? It's on there. See that? Now what I'm gonna do is take the ring and bring it to the middle of the lace here. If I pull, it comes off again. But watch it in my hand and I can throw it.
Whoa, how did he do that? He threw the ring onto the lace.
Can you see that lace again is running through the ring, isn't it? Yeah. It's attached. Do you want to check? When you're happy, just place it back on my hand. Lovely. I'm going to cross the ends over to make it more difficult for myself. And Cameron, I'd like you to grab the ends. Fantastic. Watch, I'm going to pull and take the ring off the lace.
Even though the lace was twisted, the ring still melted off.
Now, I've been holding your wrist the whole time, right? So to make the ring vanish would be pretty difficult, but to make it appear back on my finger would be amazing.
Wow.
There you go. Have a look. No, it's back on this finger now. There you go.
They couldn't believe it.
God.
Nor could that llama. What was that, mate? That trick was awesome.
It was amazing, because he really threaded it through and everything.
I don't know how that happened. It's so amazing.
Fergus has inspired me to do magic. In fact, he's inspired me so much, I've written a rap about him.
Stand back while I spit some hot bars. OK, here we go. Not only is Fergus the Lord of the Rings, he's also the Lord of the Strings and other things that he brings. Sing, sing. We'd better get back to school to see Mind and Spoon-bending Catherine go undercover. The disguise is on. Come on, Catherine, on your feet. It's time to fool another class. Enter year 4. They don't know it yet, but they're about to get an incredible lesson about storytelling where the tallest tale is Catherine being a supply teacher. So far, none of them have noticed the hidden cameras in their classroom or recognised Catherine, but this will be a novel lesson that will turn both pages and heads.
Today, I'm going to be taking an English lesson and we're learning all about creative writing and story writing. So the first thing we need to think about when we're going to start writing our story is the idea that we need to break it down into a beginning, a middle and an end.
Good start, but will this lesson be a thriller?
Now, you must have seen in a lot of storybooks they have brilliant pictures, don't they? Yeah? And in some storybooks, the pictures can even be as important as the writing. So we're going to try and write a story, but I want you all to imagine in your heads what it would look like in pictures. Okay? So what I've got here is our storybook, but it's filled with blank pages waiting to be written. And what I want you to do is to fill these pages with all of the pictures that you're thinking of. So you might be thinking of a clown or a circus or a princess or whatever it is that you want to have in your story. I want you to visualise that in your mind. Do you think you can do that for me? Yeah?
Remember, those pages are blank, but when they see what magics come in, the class will soon become animated.
So picture in your mind, and I want you to send all of those thoughts towards the book. Can you all do that for me? Brilliant. All of those pictures that you have in your mind, I want you to imagine them on the blank white pages.
They're sending those thoughts through to Catherine.
Good. Have you done that? Yes. Yes? OK. Brilliant. Let's see if it's worked. Have you managed it? Wow, look at that. That's an amazing job, everyone. There's some amazing pictures in there.
Whoa, the book was blank and now it's got pictures. It's the incredible self-drawing book. But that's not all.
So let's have a look and see what you've done. You've got the Statue of Liberty. There's a map there and an elephant. So who here's thought of an elephant? You thought of an elephant. Well done. You got it in the book. That's a brilliant job.
Someone had thought of an elephant, and now it's in the book. But making thoughts become pictures in a book is impossible, right? That's not the end.
So now all we have to do is to write our story. So you know all the pictures that have been drawn in there. Let all of those pictures guide you through to write your story and imagine the words written around the pictures and in the book. So do you think you can do that? Yes? OK, good. When you're ready, push all your thoughts of the story towards the book. Brilliant. Well done. Great. OK, so have you all sent your stories towards the book? Yeah? OK, so let's have a look and see how well you've done. So before, it just had pictures in it, but now, look at that. You've got all those words and the pictures making up a brilliant storybook. Well done, everyone. That's amazing. Now, if you know how to write a story, it's really, really useful. And if you know how to break down and organise your story before you write it, then you're going to be in a great position to write a really, really interesting story.
This magical lesson's written itself, but it's not all over yet.
Now, a lot of people, when they don't know where they're going and they haven't organised their story, what happens is all the words and pictures will end up coming out of the book.
All the print is falling out. That is some textbook magic.
You can see that it makes a big mess. And then you have to start your story all over again, and you end up with nothing left in your book.
The pages are blank again, but the class's expressions aren't.
There's still some writing in there.
Yeah, there is some writing. You're absolutely right. There's one page that still has some writing on it. Let me read it to you and tell you what it says.
The words spilled out of the book, and now Catherine's about to spill the beans.
Once upon a time, on one Friday morning, there was a lucky class 4. and they had a very unusual lesson. The teacher that they had that day was not a real teacher. The lesson was not a real lesson, and there is a big secret, and that is that you are all being filmed right now with hidden cameras. There's one over there, and there's one over there, and there's one over there, because you're going to be on How I Supply Teachers Magic!
Catherine's story trick had a magical ending, but did it leave the class lost for words?
I thought we were just going to write on paper a story. Yeah.
Catherine brought her own storybook and the pages were blank, but not for long.
So picture in your mind, and I want you to send all of those thoughts towards the book.
Some of the pictures that the people thought of came in, and then she closed it again, and then there was like a story.
Look at that!
The story took shape when the words magically appeared on the pages.
She closed it and then she shake the book, and all the words came out of the book.
The words literally fell out and it was time for Catherine to let her real story slip.
I liked it when she read that last bit. And I liked it when you started getting a bit crazy.
An incredible trick, and it took this class a few chapters to realise. I'm now going to pull a small tree from this recycled maths book. It's a geometry. See you later, but until next time, if you're at school and you think something magical's occurring, maybe you'll find yourself shouting, "Help! My supply teacher's still magic!"